the weight room at the Bill Fralick Athletic Center at UHAS McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills High School. This is the Coach's Corner. Along with Indians defensive coach Mike Williams, I'm Bill Navari. Mike, great to have you along for the Coach's Corner. We're getting all the coaches in this year. You coach the Indians JV defense. You want to talk about your role as what you do as the coach?
Well, Bill, I've been volunteering for the last 3 years, and I think primarily my role has been to try to inspire some of these younger players to step up and be the players that they feel that they can be, because a lot of them have a lot of apprehension about stepping up and going against some of the bigger kids, and I've been trying to get some of them to get over that fear to step up and be more aggressive, basically.
You mentioned you've been volunteering for 3 years. Maybe here you've been for 3 years, but your time volunteering coaching really goes back a lot longer than that, because you've coached, let's just say, not only high school, but junior high kids, but also you've coached back in the midgets as well.
Yeah, when my son came through, I volunteered for 3 years there, and it was really a rewarding experience to work with the young ones like that, and that's why I like working with these young kids here today, because it's just a carryover from those days back then.
So for the folks who may not know, that obviously we're going to ask how your son Aaron Williams. We might as well. How is Aaron doing? Aaron Williams, who played for the Indians, graduated a few years ago, and I know he's doing well. But you want to talk, have some fatherly pride at how well he's doing?
Well, I'll always be proud of him. He's struggling a little bit right now with growing up, and
didn't we all?
Yeah, absolutely. And he had his little stint at University of Akron, and things didn't work out for him. And hopefully this fall he's going to be attending Slippery Rock University. So
Andre Freeman is there now.
Right, that's true.
So I have some more Indians up there. But you've coached your son through the midgets, and then you helped coach up here, and now you're just coaching other people's kids. What is the difference between whenever Aaron was on a field and you were coaching, and now it's just you're coaching just for the simple love of it?
Well, the difference is that I'm my own parent. I don't have to deal with any parents. So every now and then there's a parent that's always disgruntled about something, and I actually don't mind talking to them at all, because if I can give them a truthful answer about how good or how bad their kid is, I usually don't have no problems with that. And I just try to be truthful and tell the truth. And most of the kids know that I'm going to tell the truth and not show any favoritism toward any of them. So I have no problem with dealing with a parent at all.
So whenever you're straight up with these kids, I mean, that has to also transfer back to you, that they have to give you a lot of respect and know that, when I ask Coach Williams, he's going to give me a straight answer, and they know that they can talk to you. I
hope they can, at least that, I like to have fun with the kids, and I'm sure they all will tell you that. But there's a time for fun and there's a time for getting down to business. And they know most of them know when I say, let's line up, let's get it together, let's quit talking. But I mean that. Otherwise, there's going to be repercussions.
Speaking of getting down to business, the Indians Fox Chapel this week at homecoming. Then we go out to Kiski next week, and then we're home to Woodland Hills. 3 games in the conference left, an opportunity for the Indians to win all 3 games and finish as the runner-up in the conference and get a home playoff game. Are the kids focused on that? Are they aware of the opportunity that they have in front of them, that more or less destiny in their own hands, that they have that opportunity to have the home playoff game and not go on the road in the playoffs?
I'm sure they are. It's been the same program every year since I've been here, and probably before that. So, I mean, if they're not aware of what's on the table and what they have to do to get the job done, then they shouldn't be playing football.
No, you're absolutely right. I couldn't agree with you more. But let's hope that they do realize what's going on with them, and that tomorrow night against the Foxes, that they're able to come out and rise above the level of the opponent and play at the level that these kids are capable of playing.
Well, we need to rise not just above the level, but well above the level of the next couple opponents, just to get ready for Woodland Hills and the playoffs after that.
Well, let's hope that they're able to do that. 3 seniors with us tonight. You want to talk about them?
Okay, we got Terry Wilson. Terry's been a personal favorite of mine for 3 years, actually, and he's the type of person that you cannot keep him off the practice field. And just recently I heard we couldn't even keep him off the field on special teams, where he jumped out there and he wasn't even supposed to be out there. So he's a very aggressive young man, and I've enjoyed having a relationship with him and with his father, who we've talked about him quite often. Okay, we got Mario Fagioli. Okay, I've just really gotten to know Mario from this year, and I really like the way that he stepped up and rose to the challenge of into that center position when the opportunity arose. And I think he's going to be a good football player in the upcoming season, because I think he's a junior right now. He's a sophomore.
These are all seniors.
Oh, he's a senior? Okay, well.
They don't get on the show until they're a senior.
Okay.
They have to earn it.
Well, he's ready to play. And we could see that in the games that he got in there. He was ready to play. So.
And then we have one more. We have Rashad Lewis.
Okay, Rashard. His nickname is New York because he came from New York. And just the other day in practice, the only thing I can really say about Rashard is that I was pushing him to not be so passive. And he laid a lick on somebody in practice, and it got Coach Graham's attention. And I've been trying to tell these guys all along that, you have to be aggressive. If you got pads on, that's what they're on for. They're on to hit somebody.
Well, each play in practice is an audition.
That's for sure. And I just like aggression. That's all I can say. I start to stutter when I think about it. I just really like aggression, and I wish that we could step it up and be a more physical football team.
Well, let's hope these seniors can lead the way. And thanks for coming and talking with us. I look forward to this for a long time, and had a lot of fun. Best of luck tomorrow night against the Foxes, and also for the rest of the season. And hopefully we can carry on as deep into November as we possibly can.
I hope so too, Bill. Thank you.
Okay. We'll see you, Mike. Coming up next, our Seniors of the Week, as the Coach's Corner continues here on Comcast. Our Seniors of the Week, Terry Wilson, Mario Fagioli, and Rashad Lewis of the 2010 Penn Hills Indians. Terry, we're going to start with you. You want to talk about your role as an Indian?
Well, my role is I play outside linebacker for Penn Hills. I play all special teams, punt, kickoff, stuff like that. I just play a defensive role in the team, stop them from scoring points.
Coach mentioned you're an eager beaver, so to speak. I needed somebody to fill position, and you want jumping right in. Is that something you think that, to get noticed and get out there, that when they call for somebody that you just get out there and do it?
Well, absolutely. I've never been a, fan of running away from contact. That's how I was raised. You want to be on the field, you got to come out, you got to work your way on the field. Everyone knows you as, being able to come out, play any position at any time. So I'm always ready for that step, to step forward.
Indians with an opportunity to at least finish second in the conference if you guys run a table. You guys focus on that. You know what's ahead of you and what you guys need to do that. Yes,
sir. Well, we gotta, we gotta stop them early. We're coming off of a loss from Central. That's something we still think about. We gotta come out first quarter, second quarter, hit hard. Then second half, we gotta come out even harder. We can't get lazy. We gotta, keep running, keep going.
As a senior, looking back of your time here at Penn Hills and up here at UOS McGinley, being a Penn Hills Indian, any memories that stick in the back of your mind the most?
Oh, man. One of my first memories, in 10th grade, Dan Mason, Teddy Blakeman, all them guys were up here. And, I was one of the guys who standed out. So I was on a scout team, going against the varsity offense. And, man, them guys, they were huge, and I was small. So that was just hitting up with those guys and then seeing them now, that was something that, really inspired me to get better, to be on their type level. So that was one of the things I think about when I play.
And they could hit, too.
Yes, they can.
Mario, let's come on over to you. You got the opportunity to get at center this year when Tyler hurt his ankle. You got in, but now you hurt your knee. How's the knee doing?
Pretty good. Better. Hopefully I'll be back next week.
What exactly did you do to it?
He said I have a slight tear in my MCL.
Okay, I got one of those too, so we're walking around. As I said to Terry, the Indians with the opportunity with them, you guys, to be able to finish high in the rankings as far as playoff positioning. It's up to you guys to do it. Is the team focused on that? Are you guys coming together as a team to achieve that goal?
Absolutely, especially with all the position changes and them switching around the O-line all the time and all the different players getting on defense. I think we're definitely focused on our ultimate goal, which is to make it at Heinz Field.
obviously you need to have a cohesive unit out there, and the offense has been struggling. A lot of changes have been going on, people getting hurt, people switching positions, things like that. Has it been a difficult transition for the offense to handle all those changes on the line?
Not really, because, I mean, we usually go over it a couple times in practice and it meshes real quick, and everybody picks up on the offense really, really fast.
So I mean, the Indian offense, I guess to say the obvious, has really had some trouble scoring this year. A lot of talent is out there, but just things don't seem to be gelling right. What do you think has been, the issue as far as them you guys not really putting the kind of numbers up that you guys may be capable of?
I'm not really sure. Maybe, I mean, there's a lot of miscommunication sometimes, and it's just really hard, because it's always really loud and there's a lot of commotion on the sidelines.
It's high school football.
Yeah.
So that's I understand. But things have been improving, and I think you've seen that as well. And I'm sure you're confident. You think that the Indians, the offense can be able to start putting those numbers up that they can.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking back, as I asked Terry, your memories over the last few years of being up here as a Penn Hills Indian, anything stand out most to you?
Definitely Hell Week. That was always the funnest time to have in high school football.
Any particular one? I mean, you've done a few of them.
Especially my senior year.
This last one?
Yeah.
Well, what about it did you remember the most?
Just everything. I mean, it was just everybody playing jokes on each other. It was real fun.
You want to explain what you guys do during Halloween?
I fell asleep once and they put mayonnaise on my face. We'd flip mattresses when people fell asleep, put their hands in warm water, all kind of stuff like that.
So does that really work?
Yeah.
So I mean, when you leave here, I mean, those are the kind of memories that you can look back on and you're going to enjoy. Let's move on up to Rashad, and you kind of got to jump on a lot of the questions there, Rashad. But you want to talk about what your role is as an Indian?
Right now I'm playing safety mainly. I was playing offense, but wasn't really my thing, so I'm just stick to defense.
So we're in at number 12. Does everybody always ask you that? Are you a quarterback?
No, everybody really. I don't know. Nobody really asked me a lot of questions about being a quarterback, but I do play quarterback. If anybody wants to know. The opportunities for the next few weeks, as far as getting in, knowing that this is your senior year. I mean, are you taking those and just kind of trying to savor them each and every time that you're able to get on the field, knowing that, pretty soon, you're gonna have to hang up the big red jersey here? Yeah, every chance I get to get in the game, I use it, take it, just run with it, get in the game, do the best I can.
What are some of your memories that you remember most about being up here?
I really don't have that many memories in like my first year, my first Hell Week, and first everything. I just came back from New York, and just being here with everybody as a team feels good. It's a nice team, good team, a lot of family, everything.
What are your plans for after graduation?
Probably go to Ohio State for school, not football.
What are you going to study there?
Sports management.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you like to study that?
I always like to be around sports. Any sport, I don't care. I love it. Athletic, like anything athletic.
Well, when you're going to consider a vocation, always consider something that you enjoy doing,
Mm-hmm.
because you're going to be doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, great. Well, don't forget about your family here
I won't.
at Penn Hills, and best of luck to you once you graduate and what you do.
Thank you.
Mario, what are your plans for after graduation? What are you going to do beyond Penn Hills High School?
Hopefully I'll be attending school at Cal U for sports medicine.
You guys all team up. Maybe you can get a group discount at one of these colleges somewhere. Sports medicine. I mean, is that something you've always been interested in, or is it simply because once you get injured and these guys start working on you, you start seeing what's going on, that's what kind of develops the interest?
It kind of grew on me from playing football this year and being in the training room when I got hurt. It seemed like something I wanted to do.
Okay, and you're going to go to
Cal U.
Cal U. What are they, the Vulcans?
Yeah.
I think. I went to Indiana, so I have to remember some of the nicknames. Let's pass it on over to you, Terry. What are your plans for after graduation?
After graduation, I'm going to the U.S. Army. That's where I'm going after high school.
And what are you going to take up in the Army? Because, you don't just simply go into the Army and do nothing. They make you choose a vocation, so to speak, or something to study. What are you going to study in the Army?
Well, actually, I'm going to try to be a police officer in the Army.
So you want to be an MP?
Yes.
Military police. Now, is that you've always wanted to be?
Well, actually,
Do you always wanted to be more in the military or more in the police work?
well, it's actually like more police work, but I don't know. I want to go to school later on. I'd rather go and do something now because I don't have any, official school that I really am interested in now. So I think maybe later on the line, my interest might change. But that's a definite something I can do now. I can learn about my field, what I want to do, make money while I'm doing it. So that's the decision I was thinking.
Plus, also the GI Bill. I'm sure that you looked into and you understand what that is.
Yes, sir.
So as you go to the Army, you're putting off college for a couple of years, you're actually getting money from them to go to school after you put in, 2-4 years in the Army?
Yes, sir.
How many do you have to sign up for?
Well, minimum is 4 years. So I don't know. Depending on how the first 4 go, depending on what my decision might be. I might end up staying the whole 22 years to get a pension.
I was gonna ask that if you enjoyed it, if that was something you're gonna be considered. It's not too often we have actually somebody that says that after graduation they're gonna join the military, and that's very respectable thing, and kind of honored that somebody's going to do it. No offense to you guys who going off to study what you're doing, but the military is a very honorable thing, and certainly once you join up and go, we're going to appreciate your service, and we're going to wish you the best. Obviously safety and health, and we know what's going on in the world, and we certainly wish you well there.
Thank you.
Our seniors of the week, Terry Wilson, Mario Fagioli, and Rashad Lewis of the 2010 Penn Hills Indians. Coming up next, it's homecoming. The Indians and the Foxes, Penn Hills and Fox Chapel. And it's coming your way next here on Comcast. From Uhas McGinley Stadium at Penn Hills tonight, the Indians take on the Foxes of Fox Chapel High School, and it's homecoming 2010 here in Penn Hills. A very pleasant good evening to you. I'm Bill Navari. Great to have you along for another night of Penn Hills High School football, brought to you by Mr. Water Heater. Call them at 1-866-MR-W or see them online at MrWaterHeater.com, and by Sembar Mixel Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Give them a call at 412-241-0195. Call them at 241-0195 for all your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. Call Sembar Mixel. Indians on the road last week at Altoona were victorious to even the record at 3-3. Now home tonight for homecoming. Indians in their all red uniforms, the red pants, red jerseys, and the gold Florida State helmets. Fox Chapel Foxes in the black helmets, the white jerseys, and the black pants, all with the red trim. Indians will be moving left to right. The Foxes will be receiving down to our right. As we will be getting underway shortly here. Vince Pampina teeing it up at the 40-yard line, waiting for the final instructions from the official. Just moments before we are underway. The Indians on the road next Friday night to take on the Kiski area Cavaliers, and then 2 weeks from tonight, home against the Woodland Hills Wolverines in the Quad East Conference finale. Back for Fox Chapel, number 24, Nigel Garnett. And number 15 is Noel Wilson. And Pampina gets the words from the officials, and we are underway here at Penn Hills. Pampina's kick end over end, going back to about the 3-yard line, and the Indians are there quickly to drop him at the 15. That was Nigel Garnett, and the Foxes will take over to mark him at the 16-yard line. Fox Chapel Foxes led by their quarterback, Tony Pompeo. Big man behind him, Monte Green, number 28, the running back, had over 1,000 yards rushing last season, over 700 already on this season. Green is a senior, 6'1", 230 pounds. He will be the workhorse tonight for the Fox Chapel Foxes. Pompeo will start from the shotgun. And looks to try to set up the screen. Nowhere to throw, and he throws it at the feet of his receiver. Throws that one away, does Pompeo, and the officials will throw a flag. They're going to say no receiver was in the area. Nigel Garnett was there. I believe they're going to wave the flag. And that they will. They tried to set up the middle screen, but the Indians were waiting for it. And Pompeo had nowhere to go, and wisely just threw it into the ground at the feet of the Indians. But he did have a receiver in the area, being Nigel Garnett, and the official apparently did not see him when he threw the flag, but then realizing he was there, picked up the flag. Jack Wright will be deep in the eye, and Pompeo's going to throw again. Has a man underneath. Noel Wilson has it, but drops it, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Foxes. And we should remain dry. Foxes lose the football. Do the Indians have it? Officials are going to go in and check the scrum. The Indians say they do. Of course they do. Nope, it's going to be 3rd down. Garnett with the carry, fumbled the football, lost it, and fell on it. No gain. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 15. Pompeo rolling to his right, looks underneath, has a man to pass. In and out of the hands of Pat Ryan, and the Foxes will go 3 and out. They'll bring up a 4th down and 15. Anderson will drop back for the Foxes. And Corey Jones will be back for the Indians. Foxes from their own end zone. And it looks like they may be going from deeper in their own end zone.
Illegal procedure against Brock Chapel. 4th down.
5-yard mark off for the procedure. They get 4th and 20, and they'll punt from deeper in their own end zone. High kick going nowhere. Bounce takes an Indian bounce. Will have it at about the 19-yard line. My, oh my. Fortunately for the Indians, it didn't hit any of the Indians on the way down. But Penn Hills will have it in great field position inside the red zone at the 18-yard line following the punt.
Anderson punt down by number 48. Nick Hollinger. Penn Hills takes over on the Fox Chapel 18-yard line.
Indians keep it on the ground. Roberson right side looking for a hole. Gets inside the 10-yard line. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Penn Hills Indians. That looks like a penalty flag on the play. Let's check the call. It's most likely going to be a holding call against the Indians, but let's see. Penalty flag away from the play. It's going to be a chop block. No, an illegal shift against the Indians. So that negates the Roberson touchdown run, and it'll bring up a 1st and 15 from the 23-yard line. Tyler Swatchek out of the huddle brings the Indians to the line. Philip Morford, the quarterback, settles underneath. High formation behind him. That's Roberson deep. And the first man through is Hester. Tariq Hester with the carry.
Corey Kester on the carry.
He'll pick up the 5-yard penalties. Penalty yardage and give the Indians a second down and 10.
Number 37, Demetrius
Big Tariq Hester, 5'10", 200 pounds. Looks heavier than that. It looks heavier than that. Roberson, a single setback. Corey Jones goes in motion right to left, joining Chaz Whitaker on the left. It'll be Roberson. Cuts left, cuts back up into the middle. And we'll get down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line for a pickup of 4. And Roberson sets the Indians up on a
number 48, Hollister.
3rd down and 6. Clock running, 9.5 to go here in a scoreless opening period. Penn Hills, Fox Chapel. Fox Chapel 3 and out on their first possession. The Indians taking over at the 18-yard line following a bad punt. Morford bobbles a snap, looks right, throwing towards the end zone to Corey Jones. Has it? Did he hold on to the football? They're going to say, yes, he did. No, now they're going to roll it incomplete. Corey Jones had it, lost it when he fell into the track pit. And the officials are going to roll it incomplete. It'll be 4th down. And I'm sure the Indians are going to keep the offense on and go for it. Oh my, what a pretty play that would have been to Corey Jones had they allowed it to stand. And I guess the ruling is he has to finish the play. Hester and Roberson in the eye. Jones right, Whitaker left. Same thing, back to Jones. Touchdown, Penn Hills, Corey Jones. Corey Jones up and over Stephen Cavelli. Got it, came down with it. Not sure if Jones actually came down in the end zone. If they rolled, he was pushed out of bounds, but did a nice job of catching it and coming down with the ball. Pampina will add the kick. And with 9:08 to go in the first quarter, your score, Penn Hills 7, Fox Chapel nothing. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Pampina teeing it up for the second time here in the opening quarter. Kickoff bobbled at the 10-yard line by Garnett up the middle. Getting the ball in and bringing him down is Terry Wilson, one of our seniors of the week. Fox Chapel Foxes will start again with 9:03 to go, this time at their own 27-yard line.
Fox Chapel takes over on their own 27-yard line.
Monte Green looking for somewhere to go, has nowhere. Goes into the arms of Trayvon Hester. And looks like they're going to give him a yard.
Brought down by Trayvon Hester.
Second down and 9 for the Foxes. Green lone setback, trips to the right of Pompeo. Stray Bradley coming in motion to the near side. It'll be Green again, who busts out of the pile, gets across to 30. In fact, that will give him to 30 for a pickup of 2. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Foxes.
Green brought down on the play by number 36, Darian Macklin.
Macklin on the tackle. And Fox Chapel with another 3rd and long.
Pompeo looking right, slips as he throws, and throws it behind the receiver on the right side, Noel Wilson. Pass incomplete. It was Corey Jones on the coverage, and it brings up a 4th down and 7 for the Foxes.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 15, Noel Wilson. 4th down. Back to punt for
Fox's last punt netted 12 yards. They punted from the 6. The Indians got it at the 18. After a big Penn Hills bounce on when the ball came down. High. Ante James tells everyone to get away. So it comes down, it almost hits Javon Charles, but he does a nice job to get away, and the Indians will take over with 7:26 to go here in the opening quarter. Already up by 7, and they'll have nice field position at their own 48-yard line.
Luke Slagle. Penn Hills takes over on their 47-yard
In case you're just joining us, Corey Jones, a 14-yard pass from Philip Morford. Nice catch by Jones after he was denied on the previous play where the officials ruled he didn't have possession as he came down out of the end zone. And the Indians up 7-0. Aaron Bailey in front of Roberson. Morford's going to throw underneath and throws behind Whitaker and almost into the arms of Quentin Werginis. Werginis almost had himself 6 points there had he known the ball was on its way. Penalty flag in the secondary.
flag on the play.
And we're going to check the call. They're going to say no call.
Flag was picked up. No penalty.
And the Indians will have a 2nd down and 10. That's Jones in motion. And the first man through is Aaron Bailey. And Bailey will have himself a yard.
Aaron Bailey on the carry. Brought down by number 48, Nick Hollister.
Looked like it was a bit of a mix-up on it. It's just everybody was there in one place at one time. But it was Bailey with the ball, picks up 1, and the Indians with a 3rd down and 9 at their own 48-yard line. Drive starting at their own 47. They need to cross the Fox Chapel 43 for the 1st down. Morford will throw. Looking right side to pass, high for Jones. Incomplete, it'll bring up a 4th down, and Morford will have to stay on and punt. Clock will stop with 6:32 to go. Foxes don't have anybody back to receive the punt. Foxes have 12 men on the field right now. I don't know if they got a timeout called. I believe they may have. They had a mix-up, and they do call a timeout. 6:31 to go. First quarter, Penn Hills 7, Fox Chapel nothing. You are watching Indians football on Comcast.
Broadcast on the MSA Sports Network.
Fox has sent Trey Bradley deep. Morford gets the kick away. And the officials will roll it out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Excuse me, it's the 25-yard line.
Goes out of bounds to the Fox Chapel 25-yard line.
So Fox Chapel starting tonight at their own 16, their own 27, and their own 25. Pompeo from the shotgun has Green to his left, trips to the near side of the field. And he will look this way, throws underneath over the arms of Kirkland. Pass caught, but hit immediately by Corey Jones, and onto James is Pat Ryan. 3 yards. Tough 3 yards for Pat Ryan on the reception. And Jones made sure he paid for it. Kirkland was read the underneath pass, and they were able to get the pass just over the outstretched arms of Javon Kirkland. Green up the middle has a hole, and Fox Chapel will have their first down of the night out at the 37-yard line, 8 yards. For Monte Green. Tariq Hester finally brings him down, but not until he gets to the 37. As I mentioned, a Fox Chapel first down. Indians 1 first down on the night. That was the touchdown to Corey Jones. Green again, right side to the 40-yard line. Jaquan Williams with the tackle, along with number 55, Trayvon Hester. Green will pick up 3. And it's a 2nd down and 7 for the Foxes. Play action. Pompey looks underneath in the pass. Intended for Noah Wilson. Jaquan Williams on the coverage. Nothing called, and it brings up a 3rd down and 7. Third and seven, excuse me. Airgood went across the line. Let's see what they call. Looks like it's going to go against the Foxes, or is it? Nope, they're going to call offsides. The officials threw the flag towards the Foxes side, which usually indicates a procedure call, but they call it against Airgood and the Indians. And instead of a 3rd and 7, it's now 3rd and 2. Green into the pile. Will have the first down, it appears.
Green on the carry, brought down by number
Needed 2 yards, got 2 yards, 3 inches.
That play results in a Fox Chapel first down.
Hester with the tackle. Another fresh set of downs for the Fox Chapel Foxes. Drive starting back at their own 25-yard line. They're now at their own 48. Roll out near side, a pass overthrown, almost intercepted by Unta James. Pompeo plenty of time as he rolled to the near side. Had Ryan open underneath, but the pass overthrown. He overthrew Ryan, but fortunately underthrew Unta James, who would have had the interception for the Indians. Green will pick up another 3. Sharkey with the tackle. Excuse me, James Proctor will bring him down after a pickup of 3. And it's a 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 50-yard line on the Indian side.
Fox is tying his shoe. And a shoe issue from one of the Foxes. He'll have to come off. Pompeo, straight drop, 3 steps, looks near side, has a man in the pass. Incomplete. Jones on the coverage, intended for Noel Wilson. And it's a 4th down for the Foxes, and they'll bring on the punt team. Indians have nobody back. Unto James will drop. Indians are playing for the fake. Ball hits at the 20-yard line, takes a Fox bounce, and will go dead at the 14-yard line. 3:04 to go, first quarter. Penn Hills 7, Fox Chapel nothing. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Indians quickly to the line. Morford looks left, throws left in a pass, almost intercepted. It was intended for Whitaker. Stepping in front was Blaze Badway. Man, that could have been a bad way for the Indians there. It was an easy pick 6 had he come up with it. Pass falls incomplete, brings up a 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. Worst field position of the night for the Big Red. Roberson, who looks like he may lose a yard. Are they going to give him the line of scrimmage? We'll call it no gain. Clock running under 2.5 to go. It turned out to be a long first period. Morford throws underneath to Jones, who's unable to hold on to it. And the pass is incomplete. And the clock stops, which is why this first period is taking forever. Foxes will have 10 men at the line of scrimmage. Actually 9. They only have 10 men on the field right now. And they still almost block it. Morford does a nice job to get the kick away. And did he call for a fair catch? Apparently he did. Trey Bradley fair catches it at the 38-yard line. The Indians' great field position. And the Foxes in with their best field position of the night.
38-yard line.
Green looking for somewhere to go into the arms of Mike Airgood. It will drop him for a loss of 3. And the Foxes with a 2nd down and 13. Pompeo to throw, tries to set up the underneath pass, and he does. Look at down about the 30-yard line, picks up 11, we'll call it a 3rd and about 2.
Number 15,
Noah Wilson with the reception. Jaquan Williams finally tackles him at the 30. And the Foxes with a 3rd down and 2. They don't get it on this play, they'll go for it on 4th down. And with a horse like the 6'1", 230, Monte Green. Who could blame him? It'll be Green. Right side has the 1st down and more into the secondary. Onto James will drop him at the 20-yard line. Green picks up 10 yards, and the Foxes have another 1st down. And the Indians red zone right at the 20-yard line.
Play results in the Fox Chapel 1st down.
Pompeo to throw, looking down the sideline, has a man in the end zone. And nice play, Corey Jones to come up and bat it away from Trey Bradley. Bradley was open, and Jones closed quickly
Lead intended for number 10, Trey Bradley.
to get the hand up, and Jones goes out of the end zone. He's hurting. And the trainers will come out and take a look. 16 seconds to go. First period, Penn Hills 7, Fox Chapel nothing. They're watching Indians football on Comcast. On power. By rule, we'll have to sit out at least one play. From Trey Bradley, saving the 6 points. And it'll be a 2nd down and 10 for the Foxes. Green up the middle.
Monte Green on the carry, brought down by number 34.
Tariq Hester with the tackle at the 18-yard line after a pickup of 2. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. After 1, Penn Hills 7, Fox Chapel nothing. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. For somewhere to go, spins away from one tackle, breaks another, and will go down at the 32-yard line. A late flag comes in.
Bailey on the return for Penn Hills. Runs down by number 24, Nigel Garnett. Flag on the play.
And there's an injured Fox as we check the play, check the penalty. That's going to be a holding call against the Indians, so we're going to mark this back from the 30, about the 32-yard line, back to the 22. So the Indians will start at their own 22-yard line with 11:17 to go here in quarter number 2. They lead by 4, 7-3 over the Fox Chapel Foxes. Bailey in front of Roberson in the I formation behind Morford. And that'll be Roberson looking for somewhere to go. Will get across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Picks up, call it 6. Great sign for the Indians. Corey Jones back in action.
Number 2, Pat Bryant.
Roberson hit at the line, tries to spin away, takes 4 Foxes to finally bring him down for no gain. And to bring up a 3rd down and a long 4.
Brought down on the play by number 9, Blaze Badway.
Roberson, lone setback in the eye. Receiver split this way, Twins to the right, slot right. And Morford will roll that way, throws underneath for Corey Jones, who will lose a yard. And it brings up a 4th down and 5.
Corey Jones.
Clock continuing to run, 9:20 to go here, first half.
Trey Badley back to receive.
Morford back, punt for the Indians. Low snap, Morford, the punt is partially blocked. Foxes have it at the 20-yard line, up the sideline. Touchdown, Fox Chapel. Blaze Badway. Hauled in the punt at the 20-yard line, which was partially blocked. So I guess officially a 20-yard punt return. We'll call it a return of blocked punt, 20 yards.
To attempt the extra point.
Penalty flag, the kick is good. Let's see if it's prior to the, see if the play is good or if it's marched off later. Well, apparently it's going to go against the Indians. Well, they're going to personal foul against the Indians. They're going to march it on the kickoff. The score now, Fox Chapel 10. Penn Hills 7. So Blaze Badway returned the blocked punt 20 yards for the Fox Chapel touchdown and gives them the lead here with 9:02 to go in the first half. So Fox Chapel will be kicking off on the Indian side of the field at the 45-yard line. As I always say, if you're going to have this opportunity, why not go for the onside kick? So you give it to them at the 35 instead of, kicking it deep into the end zone and get them at the 20-yard line. You may have the opportunity to get the ball back in great field position as well. Foxes kicking from the left hash. And they'll kick this one right out of the end zone. I give them the 20-yard line. So with 9:02 to go, the Indians will take over at their own 20, trailing for the first time tonight. 10-7 following the defensive touchdown by the Foxes.
Morford bobbles the snap, picks it up, and runs ahead for 3 yards.
Philip Morford on the carry. Brought down by number 40, Tanner Pasco.
Roberson, toss right, cuts back to the left, looking for somewhere to go, goes back to the right, looking for some blockers, breaks 1 tackle, spins ahead, will have a first down for the Indians, out of bounds across the 30 at about the 32-yard line. 9 yards for Roberson, who ran about 40 on the play. Gives the Indians only their second first down of the game.
That play results in a Penn Hills first down.
Since the Corey Jones touchdown, the Indians have gone 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. And now their first down since the touchdown. Trips to the near side. And it'll be Blakeman looking for a hole. Penalty flag comes in. Blakeman across the 50-yard line. 1 man to beat, goes down at the Fox Chapel 41-yard line. 27 yards on the carry for Blakeman, and the penalty flag back at the 31, and it's going to be a holding call against the Indians.
Flag on the play against Penn Hills.
If they mark it off from the spot, it'll be an 11-yard penalty. And a first down and 21. Hester in front. Will be Blakeman again, looking for somewhere to go. Follows his blockers. Blakeman with a big hole, gets the penalty yards back and more. Blakeman will get out to the 35-yard line for a pickup of 14. And the Indians are looking at a second down and 7. Ryan will finally bring him down, but not until Blakeman picks up the 14 yards. What a huge play that was to pick up the 14 yards on a 1st and 21. Giving the Indians a second down and 7 at their own 35-yard line. Blakeman again looking for somewhere to go. The Fox is keen on him. He'll be dropped for a loss at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Indians. Clock running, 6:20 to go here, first half. Fox Chapel 10, Penn Hills 7. Indians look to set up the screen and a pass batted. Nice catch by Roberson. Roberson across the 40, the midfield stripe at the 50. Roberson brought down at the Fox Chapel 41-yard line. 25 yards on the screen pass. That was all Roberson. The pass was tipped. Roberson got one hand out to haul it in, and then rumbled the 25 yards for the Indian first down at the Fox Chapel 41-yard line. Ah, what a nifty play that was for Terrell Roberson.
Offset eye behind Morford. Roberson, toss left, cuts back to the right, has all across the 40. Inside to 35, first down Indians. Roberson pushed out of bounds at the Fox Chapel 26-yard line, another 15 yards for Terrell Roberson. And another Indian first down. Indians going to that play a couple of times so far here in the first half where they toss it one way and they cut back against the grain. Bailey in front of the eye, and it'll be, no, it's going to be Roberson again. Excuse me, that's Blakeman. Blakeman inside of 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Malik Blakeman. He made that one look easy, 26 yards, and the Indians retake the lead. Indians open a big hole to the left of Tyler Swatchik. And Blakeman rumbled to 26 yards. And now Pampina to try the point after. Ran right between Swatchik and Trayvon Hester, who opened up a hole that I could have run through. And the Indians take the lead 14-10. 5:15 to go first half. Penn Hills 14, Fox Chapel 10. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. 7 plays, 80 yards for the Indians. And Fox Chapel from the 11-yard line, Trey Bradley with a nice return in Indian territory to the 35. 54 yards on the kickoff return. And great field position for the Foxes at the Indian 35. Kind of response they wanted, the Fox Chapel Foxes. Get a nice return, nice field position with an opportunity to respond to the Fox Chapel touchdown. Nick Hollinger for no gain. Trayvon Hester with the tackle for the Indians, and the clock will hit 4:40 in running here in the first half. Indians get the ball to start half number 2. Green into the arms of Trayvon Hester for no gain. Now to bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Foxes, who have 1 timeout left. Plenty of time here in the half for them. Pompeo looks right, throwing down the sideline towards Bradley, and a bit too far. Corey Jones on the coverage. Excuse me, that's Malik Blakeman on the coverage. Those 8s, they look like 5s, 9s, they look everything but 8s. Brings up a 4th down, and Fox Chapel will leave the offense on the field. And Fox Chapel will punt after the kickoff return to the 35-yard line, unable to do anything on a 4th down and 10. Fox Chapel will indeed kick it away. Trayvon Hester almost blocks it. Will hit at the 5-yard line and go into the end zone. A.J. Anderson looking left, and the ball hit to his right. And the Indians will take over at their own 20-yard line with 3:31 to go here in half number one. They're up by a score of 14-10. Indians all 3 timeouts left. Morford looks this way, throws. Whitaker with a nice catch. Whitaker across the 40-yard line, one man to beat. Chaz Whitaker is gone for 80 yards. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chaz Whitaker. Chaz Whitaker hauled in a pass about 5 yards. And he was just gone at that point. 80 yards. The Penn Hills Indians extend their lead. Pampina's kick is blocked to score Penn Hills 20, Fox Chapel 10. You're watching Indians football here on Comcast. Labyrinth tees it up at the 40-yard line. The young freshman. And a heck of a baseball player. Labyrinth's kick high. At the 16-yard line, they go end around. Trey Bradley looking for some room to run. Gets it. Breaks a couple of tackles. Finally brought down about the 40-yard line. Give the tackle by the Indians, James Proctor, number 17, at the 40-yard line. So young Wesley sees some game action, does a nice job to kick it down to the 16-yard line. And the Foxes with 1 timeout to go here in the half. Pompeo will throw. Looks, Bradley at the 42-yard line looking for somewhere to go. Eludes one man, eludes another, and finally knocked out of bounds by Malik Blakeman at the 47-yard line, a pickup of 7. Excuse me, it's Noel Wilson, not Bradley. So it's been Noel Wilson on the returns. Hollinger in front of Green. Quite frankly, I'm surprised we haven't seen a heavy dose of Monte Green. And we'll see him now. Just barrels ahead on the Indian side of the 50-yard line to the 49. 4 yards and a first down for Monte Green.
Monte Green run out on the play by 58, Mike Airgood.
Mike Airgood with the tackle for the Indians. It's a 1st and 10, Foxes at the Penn Hills 49. Indians up 20-10, 2:40 on a running clock to go here in the first half. Pompeo, 3-step drop, throws over the middle, pass caught. First down, Fox Chapel at the Indian 35-yard line. Jaquan Williams with the tackle. Pat Ryan with the reception. They're going to give him the 36, 13 yards. And the clock will continue to run at 2:20 to go here first half. Throwback screen. Foxes wanted to throw out of that one.
Noel Wilson. Officially, that's a rush for no gain. For those of you keeping stats at home. Officially a lateral. He wanted to throw out of that one, but the Indians were all over him. Pompeo rolling to his right. Green in front blocking, throws, pass caught. First down, Fox is inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. And they're going to tack on some extra yardage against Jaquan Williams, who made the tackle. 19 yards on the reception. Face mask call will mark us down to about the 8-yard line. So officially 8 yards on the penalty. And the Indians will use a timeout. 1:19 to go, first half. Penn Hills 20, Fox Chapel 10. Fox is knocking on the door. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. High formation behind Pompeo. Monte Green and about the 10-yard line. Excuse me, down the 5-yard line. Mike Airgood on the tackle, along with Tariq Hester. So it gets to the 4-yard line. 4 yards for Monte Green. Second and goal, Foxes from the 4-yard line. Green again into the pile, down to about the 1. Third and goal, Foxes from the 1-yard line. Clock running. Oh, I'm surprised they called a timeout there. They had plenty of time. 39 seconds remain. Foxes could have run another play, and if they didn't get it, they could have called a timeout then. Now they kind of limit what they're going to do, because if they don't get it here on third down, clock will run, and I don't think they have enough time to get the field goal unit on. You don't use the timeout. You have an opportunity to run the ball still, and then use the timeout. Now they're out of timeouts, so it kind of limits what they can do offensively here. Of course, if they run it and don't get it here, you go hurry up and you line it back up and try to go for it again on fourth and goal from the 1-yard line. Pompeo rolling out. Ante James from behind, unable to get to him. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown. A long way for a 1-yard run. So the Foxes now looking to try to cut the deficit to 3 with the extra point. Touchdown coming with 32 seconds to go. 40 yards, 8 plays on the drive for the Foxes. Noah Rosen to try the point after. And the kick is up and through. 32 seconds to go, first half. Penn Hills 20, Fox Chapel 17. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Who just made the extra point, kicking off once again for the Foxes. On to James, will watch this one hit at the 5, picks it up at the 2-yard line, looking for somewhere to go. On to James across the 20, down to the 25-yard line. And the Indians have 2 timeouts in 26 seconds. Indians get the ball to start half number 2. See if they run a play. Their last play was an 80-yard pass to Whitaker. Why not go back to it? try 2 plays. If not, take a knee on 3rd down. Fox Chapel can't stop it at that point. Blakeman cuts back on the counter. No gain. In fact, we'll give him 1 yard. And I think the Indians will let the clock wind down and appear to be in no hurry. And that is exactly what they will do as we roll under 5 seconds. And we'll take this one to the locker room. After 1/2 of play, the score, Penn Hills 20, Fox Chapel 17. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Second half action about to get underway here at Penn Hills High School with the score. Fox Chapel trailing the Indians by a score of 20-17. Indians getting the ball back to start half number 2. We will go over some stats courtesy of the Fox Chapel printer. From the 22-yard line, Aaron Bailey looking for somewhere to go and goes out of bounds at the 36. And Indians will have nice field position to start off half number 2. Philip Morford, 4 of 9, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns on the night. The 80-yard pass to Chaz Whitaker, a 14-yarder to Corey Jones. Joe Roberson also a 25-yard reception. Rushing tonight, Blakeman, 4 carries, 39 yards. Roberson, 6 for 32. Aaron Bailey, 2 for 6. Morford, 1 for 4. Roberson again with the cutback. With the counter, comes this way, has a block across the 40, across the 50, has the sideline. Terrell Roberson, 20, 15, no one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Penn Hills. The Indians go with the counter once again. Roberson turns this one into a 64-yard touchdown. And the Indians extend their lead just like that. It takes them 19 seconds. Wes Lavrance on to try the point after. Lavrance's kick up and good. The score, Penn Hills 27, Fox Chapel 17. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Getting a clarification on the kicker, it's Peter Gola who's the backup kicker. I think Wes is 42, not 82. And he's trying to steal the ball. It almost squirts out. But Noel Wilson does a nice job to hold on to it, and the Foxes will start at their own 31-yard line. In fact, it is Peter Gola. He's listed as a backup kicker. Peter Gola. Yep. Well, if we look at notice in his roster, he's listed as a kicker, so I guess it is Peter. Sorry to the Gola family. G-U-L-A. Green bounces off. One man bounces off another. Jaquan Williams will wrestle him down. Close to a first down, 9 yards on the carry for Green. And Fox Chapel with a second down and 1. Indians quickly extending their lead to 10, 27-17. Green hit in the backfield, breaks a tackle. Finally, Jaquan Williams wraps him up by the feet. He'll lose a yard. I don't know how he got out of the arms of Trevon Hester. Official timeout for a helmet repair. It's Nick Hollinger. And the Indians jump off sides. We'll give Fox Chapel a first down.
Flag on the field. Encroachment against Penn Hills.
Pompeo to throw, looking down the right side, and the pass overthrown to Monte Green. Monte Green step for step with Chaz Whitaker.
Pompeo pass incomplete.
And it brings up a second down and 10. Fox Chapel sends in a motion, man in motion right to left. Play action to Green. Pompeo rolls to his left, throws, has a man to pass complete. Ryan inside to 30. Jaquan Williams wraps him up onto James, will come on to help, along with about 18 other Indians, to finally throw him down about the 22-yard line.
Number 2, Matt Ryan. Play results in the Fox Chapel first down.
22 yards on the reception. And it'll be Green to the 19, it appears. Now going to give him the 20-yard line.
Carried by number 55,
Trayvon Hester with the tackle.
Hester.
And it'll be a second down and 8. Indians 198 total yards in that first half. Have added 64 here in half number 2. Pompeo under pressure from James, throws underneath to Higgins. Wrapped up, thrown out of bounds by Proctor. Nick Hollinger. Down to the 12-yard line, a pickup of 8.
Brought down by James Proctor.
And that's a Fox Chapel first down.
First down.
So it'll be first and 10 from the 12-yard line. Green tries to go into the pile. There's just too much red there. So it'll get from the 12 down to the 9-yard line for a pickup of 3. Clock under 7.5 running to go here in quarter number 3. Green down to about the 5-yard line for another 3 yards. Excuse me, another 3 down to the 5, and it's 3rd down and 4. Green again inside the 5. Is that somebody's helmet rolling? Yes, it was. Trevon Hester's helmet. Green will get down to the 3-yard line. And she'll bring up 4th and about a yard. Hold on. 4th and 1. Green hit in the backfield. Hester will bring him down for a loss. Pitches it back to Pompeo, and the Indians are there. And they'll take over. Indians will have it about the 5-yard line. 5:43 to go. 3rd quarter, Penn Hills 27, Fox Chapel 17. You're watching Indians football on Comcast. Indians from the 5-yard line, 1st and 10, following the defensive stand, and Roberson trips over his own man and goes down at the 5. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. In case you were wondering, the Indians' injuries, Darian Macklin injured a knee. Corey Jones sprained an ankle, and Vince Pampina pulled a quadricep. All are done for the night. Whitaker across the 10, close to a 1st down at the 14-yard line, picks up 9. Blaze Badway, who has one of the Fox Chapel touchdowns, makes the tackle. And the Indians will have a 3rd and 1. Clock rolling under 4.5 to go. And I think the Indians call a timeout. Penn Hills calls timeout. I think Fox Chapel has like 13 guys on the field. 4:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Penn Hills 27, Fox Chapel 17. You're watching Indians football on Comcast.
Papa, can you raffle tickets out?
I got 500. I got one. He gave me the wrong half. I mean, he tore 10 and a half. Someone must have bought it up here.
Roberson looks like he'll be short of the 1st down on a 3rd and 1. See where they spot him.
Roberson brought down on the play by number 75, Matt Saxon. Again, the Penn Hills football news.
And it's a 1st down.
50-50 round. Thank you for supporting Penn Hills.
They're going to say Roberson picked up the 1 yard.
And it's a first down for the Indians. Whitaker will split to the near side. Tahir Jackson to the right. And again, Roberson on the counter, and the Foxes are waiting. And he'll be dropped for a loss of 1. Roberson 3 carries, 64 yards here in the second. 4 carries, 64 yards. Had the 64-yard touchdown run to start the second half, and then since then it's 3 carries, no yards. Morford looks towards Whitaker, tips it to himself, unable to haul it back in, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11. Whitaker now the go-to guy with Corey Jones out with an ankle injury. Clock will stop with 3:09 to go here in the third. The Indians again up by 10. Morford looking right, going that way to Whitaker. Tipped. Whitaker holds it at the 40. Chaz up the sideline. Whitaker, no one will catch him. Touchdown, Penn Hills. 86 yards. And the Indians score again. Whitaker was well covered. Used that 6'3" frame to go high, tapped the ball into the air. Hauled it back in, and he just rumbled from about the 37-yard line, untouched to the end zone. Gula to come on and put the kick up and through. And the Indians now lead by a score of 34-17. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Kicking off once again for the Indians, who now lead 34-17 with 2:56 to go in the third. Ball loose on the field, and there's a scrum at the 37. And it looks like Fox Chapel may have it. I believe Brian Haynes has fallen on it. And Fox Chapel does have it at the 38-yard line. Where are we going to mark them? Yep, right at the 38-yard line. Indians with some long touchdowns tonight. 86, 64, 80. Blakeman had a 26-yard run, and Jones a 14-yard reception. Pass complete underneath. First down, Fox Chapel, it would appear, or close to it anyway. Blakeman will make the tackle of Wilson after a pickup of 9. From the shotgun, looking left, throws that way, and a pass almost picked off by Unta James. Pompeo throwing into a crowd, and the clock will stop with 2:46 to go in the third, and the Foxes with a 3rd and 1. Play action. Tries to set up the screen, and he throws that one. That one should be a flag this time, but it's nothing called. Yes, they do call it. Looked like they tried to set up a screen. There was nobody there. And it should be what? They mark it at the spot of the foul, or is it a penalty from the foul? From the 47 back to the 28. In essence, a 19-yard penalty. And it's 4th down. Low snap. Here comes the rush. Fox Chapel's going to get this one back, it appears. Trayvon Hester running into the punter. I know it's a 15-yard penalty, but is it an automatic first down? Oh, they're calling it a running into the kicker penalty, not a personal foul. Or are they? Oh, well, it's Penn Hills ball. They tack on 5 yards after the end of the play. No, the Indians will have it at the 35. I don't know. I think I may be in agreement with the Fox Chapel coaches on that one. Morford pumps, looks, downfield, Whitaker has it at the 30. Oh, he drops it. Oh, goodness, Whitaker almost with another 6. I'd go back to that one all day long. Chaz is a player. You need to get the ball into his hands. He and Corey Jones, the dynamic duo. Jones out with an ankle injury. Indians now relying on Whitaker. Roberson again on the counter. Slithers his way through the line across the 40, the 45. He'll go down at the 49-yard line for a pickup of 14. In fact, they're going to give him the 50 for a gain of 15. Roberson over 100 yards on the night now. Officially 111, I believe. Blakeman on the counter. Blakeman, another first down up the sideline. Blakeman out of bounds at the inside the 30, at the 28, 22 yards from Malik Blakeman. And another first down for the Indians. Blakeman had 26 yards rushing in the first half. His first carry here in half number 2 now puts him up to 48 yards. He has a 26-yard touchdown run. Excuse me, at 39 yards in the first half. So now he's up to 61 yards. It was indeed a 26-yard touchdown run that he had. See if they go to Whitaker up the sideline. Morford looking, and that's what they're doing. Chaz almost with a one-handed catch in the end zone. Incomplete. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the 28-yard line. As I said, all day long. Clock will stop with 1:24 to go in the 3rd quarter. Indians scoring twice to extend their lead to 34-17. They led 20-17 at the half. Aaron Bailey stumbles a bit in the backfield, looking to try to use some speed to get to the outside. And wow, does a nice job to pick up a yard. Should have been stopped for about a loss of 3, but manages to find a crack and dive ahead for pick up about half a yard. I'll give him a yard for the effort. Call it 3rd and 9. Long 9. Blakeman toss near side. Gets the corner inside the 25, out of bounds after a pickup of about 5. Give him the 22-yard line, a pickup of 6. And it'll be 4th down and 3 for the Indians. Williams and James out. So that means the Indians go into a running set. And the Indians use a timeout as the play clock begins to wind down. 27 seconds ago, 3rd quarter. Penn Hills 34. Fox Chapel 17. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. No, white pants on tonight.
WPIAL football playoff championship game.
Another long quarter. Another long quarter. Fourth and about 5 for the Indians. Tariq Hester in front. Morford's going to throw the pass, complete underneath. Indians will have a 1st down. Javon Kirkland with the reception at the 14-yard line, a pickup of 8. Indians do, in fact, need to go to that tight end a lot more. They're there. And Morford no, doesn't use a timeout. They let the quarter wind down. And we'll take it down to the other end. After 3, Penn Hills 34, Fox Chapel 17. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. 67. 67. Indians to start quarter number 4 have themselves a touchdown. Aaron Bailey from 14 yards out. And the Indians score just like that to start things off. Takes them 5 seconds here in the final frame to get in the end zone once again.
Gola's kick is up and good. The score now, Penn Hills 41, Fox Chapel 17. You are watching Indians football on Comcast. Gola to kick off once again, doing a nice job of kicking. Vince Vampino went down with the quadricep injury. Indians go 65 yards in 8 plays to extend the lead. Gola's kick handled at the 29-yard line, and Fox Chapel will have a nice field position. Kadir Anderson Perry with the tackle.
Nate Hewer on the return for Fox Chapel.
So Nate Hewer. The Fox Chapel will have it at the 49-yard line. He's walking back to the 47.
Fox Chapel takes over on their own 47-yard line.
Pompeo throwing behind Wilson.
Pompeo pass.
Incomplete. Brings up a second down and 10. Clock will stop.
Wilson.
This one might be going into Saturday morning. Wait, this one's going. Pompeo from the shotgun. Looking left, throw this way, pass complete, underneath. Trey Bradley will pay for it from James Proctor. Will be close to a first down. He will in fact have a first down, a pickup of 11.
Pass reception.
And it's first down, Foxes at the Indian 42.
Same result. Fox Chapel first down.
Too high for Bradley, right side. Williams on the coverage, incomplete, brings up second down and 10. And once again, the clock stops. There, throws underneath. Pat Ryan has the reception. Proctor with the tackle to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 3.
Number 2, Pat Ryan. Brought down by number 17.
Brings up third down and 7. Fox Chapel sends strips to the near side, keeps it on the ground with Monte Green. Green will have a first down for Fox Chapel. Down to the 31-yard line, picks up 7.
Monte Green on the carry.
Trayvon Hester will bring him down.
First down.
Clock rolls under 10 minutes to go here, quarter number 4. I don't think traffic will be an issue tonight. Bad snap, and Pompeo falls on it back at the 40-yard line, a loss of 9. Now under 9.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Indians up by 24. Pompeo looks left, throws, pass, caught. Inside the 30-yard line. Noah Wilson with the reception. Tackle by the Indians, Terrell Roberson. Down to the 29-yard line for a pickup of 11.
Brought down by number 5, Terrell Roberson.
In fact, we'll give him 12. And it brings up third down and about 8. Clock under 8.5 and running. Pompeo over the middle, pass tipped onto James with the interception. James looking for some blockers near side across the 20. Cuts back, goes wide to the left, inside the 15, a penalty flag. Way back here in midfield, Hunter James goes down at the 20-yard line. And are they looking towards Javon Kirkland? Javon Kirkland and Tony Pompeo were back about the 40-yard line on the near side. Let's see what the penalty call is. A personal foul call against Fox Chapel.
Personal foul against Fox Chapel.
So they'll march this out to the 35-yard line, 36-yard line. And the Indians starting to get the subs into the game. New quarterback in for the Indians, Jalen Little, loses the handle. And we'll lose a yard on the play. Swatchik at center. Eric Good to his right. Hester to his left. Ames a tackle to the left. Shack. Tackle to the near side. And Williams loses the handle once again. We'll lose another yard. Excuse me, Little. Jalen Little. Clock at 7:10 and running. Little will throw. Pass almost intercepted. Intended to the near side of the field for Rashad Lewis. And that'll bring up a fourth down with 6:45 to go. Indians get the kick away and caught and brought down at the 38-yard line of the Foxes.
Brought down by
Penalty flag back at the 21-yard line. I think they're going to call running into the kicker.
flag on the play.
So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and
Running into the kicker by
so we'll start at the 33.
penalty.
No, the penalty is declined. We'll start at the 38. So we have one team way down to the left, one team way down to the right. Which is it here? Yeah, now the officials are saying, no, we have to go down the other end here, guys. Clock still stopped with 6:37 to go. Jonathan, you able to follow all this action here? Left to right, huh? I think we got this settled here. Jonathan and our camera guy tonight, filling in for Bob. And doing a great job. New quarterback, Alexander Romango for the Foxes. Green with the carry, hit in the backfield, goes down. Making the tackle, Tariq Hester.
Green
After a pickup, we'll call it 2.
34. Tariq Hester.
A lot of white shirts coming in, a lot of clean red shirts coming in. Brandon Nelson into the contest for the Indians. Cornerback on the near side, number 29.
Timeout.
And the Foxes use a timeout. 5:56 to go, fourth quarter. Indians 41, Foxes 17. You are watching Penn Hills football on Comcast. Down and 8, 5:56 to go, fourth quarter. Indians up 41-17. Romango will throw, straight drop, under pressure, steps up into the pocket, throws over middle and a pass, almost caught, but bobbled and batted away. From the Foxes, Noah Wilson, was Mike White on the coverage. Michael Wright, number 6.
Noah Wilson.
Has been playing well on special teams for the Indians, now in a defensive back. Mike Wright, 5'9", 150 pounds, speedster. Next year or two, you'll see him back returning kicks. Kid can fly. Romango will throw, straight drop, looking down the right side of the field, has a man. The pass caught. First down, Foxes and more. Jaquan Williams and Michael Wright on the tackle at the 31-yard line. I think it was Trey. Was that Trey Bradley? Yes, it was. Trey Bradley with the reception.
Trey Bradley. That play results in a Fox Chapel first down.
First down for the Foxes, down to the Indian 31-yard line. 29 yards on the catch and run. Romango rolling to his left, throws underneath, has a man, Pat Ryan. Gets inside the 30-yard line. Proctor with the tackle at the 28 for pickup of 3.
Pat Ryan.
Bradley comes in motion near side. Romango sacked and dropped back at the 37-yard line. McQuace Knight on the sack. Loss of about 5. It's 3rd down and 12. Romango steps up into the pocket, almost sacked, able to run to the near side across the 30-yard line. Brought down at the 30 from behind by the Indians' Tariq Hester. We'll pick up 3. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Excuse me, 4th and 9. Clock at 3:15 and running here in quarter number 4. We're back this way. Down to about the 20-yard line. What number is that, a 30 or a 20? It's a 30. Tackle on a play by Mario Berry on Noel Wilson, and the Indians take over on downs.
Number 15, Noah Wilson.
And the Indians have it with 2:54 to go. Roberson over 100 yards on the night. Big night receiving wise for Chaz Whitaker. His 2 catches for 164 yards. Morford 7 of 15, 222. And the Indians keep it on the ground. Thankfully. Denzel Sherrill with the carry. Picks up 4. Does Denzel.
Denzel Sherrill on the carry for Penn Hills.
Clock goes under 2.5 to go. And looks like Little lost the handle again, and he fumbles. I believe the first turnover of the night for the Indians. Comes with 2:12 to go here in the 4th. The Indians up 41-17. Again, Roberson, check Roberson's stats. (11 of 113). Whitaker 2 receptions, 164, I believe. No, 3 for 175.
Romango pass broken up by number 44, Brandon McGregor.
Brandon McGregor making a play tonight to break up a pass. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 2:07 to go. Rango hit as he threw the ball. It goes into the dirt. Incomplete. It brings up a 3rd down, and the clock stops again. Indians will be in action Friday night to take on the Cavaliers at Davis Field in Vandergrift. Indians will be at home 2 weeks from tonight Friday the 22nd to take on the Woodland Hills Wolverines. Foxes keep it on the ground, and looks like they will have enough for the first down. Nigel Garnett on the carry, tackle by Linwood Barron. Gain of 10, and it's a first down for the Foxes. Garnett again with the carry, this time tackle by Jonathan Pulowski. And it'll be a loss of 2. Jonathan Pulowski, the 6'1", 200-pound freshman. See him back on the field, had a bum ankle for a while. Romango to throw, looking towards the end zone, has a man, and a pass just too high for Augie Damien. Damien 5'7", 140. Needed to be about 5'9", he would have had it. Clock stops with 1:04 to go. Mango hauls in the high snap, looks downfield, throws in a pass too high once again for Damien. Brandon Nelson on the coverage. And brings up fourth down. Clock stops with 59 seconds to go. Mango rolls to his right, throws pass complete underneath. And Fox Chapel will be short of the first down. Chad Garnett with the reception. Rashad Lewis with the tackle. Needed 10, got about 8. And the Indians will take over with 52 seconds to go. These will have it at their own 14-yard line. Indians will pick up 8 on what should be about the last play of the game. Malik Frank. Give him a pickup of 8 yards. Now the Indians are going to have to run one more. Ryan Fazy with the tackle for the Foxes. And we'll call it second down, because it is second down. Clock at 15 seconds. And the Indians are going to throw, and a pass almost intercepted. Jalen Little. 6 seconds to go. Hey, they're letting the kid play, I guess.
And the Indians take a knee and let this one mercifully come to an end. Indians improve their record now to 4-3. We'll go up against Kiski next week. An opportunity to clinch a playoff spot. The Indians went up 7-0. Corey Jones, a 14-yard pass from Philip Morford in the first quarter. And that's how the quarter ended. In the second quarter, Fox Chapel got on the board with a field goal, and then they blocked a punt, ran it back 20 yards to take the lead, 10-7. Indians come right back, go 80 yards. Malik Blakeman, a 26-yard run. Indians up 14-10. Indians get the ball back. Chaz Whitaker, a one-play 80-yard drive. It's Whitaker, an 80-yard pass from Morford. It's 20-10 Indians, and right before the half, Fox Chapel gets on the board. It's 20-7 at halftime. Indians come out first play of the half, number 2. Terrell Roberson, a 64-yard run. Indians up by 10, 27-17. Then Whitaker again, an 86-yard pass from Morford. Indians up 34-17. Then Aaron Bailey closes out the scoring with a 14-yard run in quarter number 4. It's Penn Hills 41, Fox Chapel 17. Morford tonight, 7 of 15, 222 yards and 3 touchdowns. Roberson, 11 of 13, and a touchdown. Chaz Whitaker, 3 catches, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tonight's game brought to you by Mr. Water Heater. Call them at 1-866-MR-W or see them online at MrWaterHeater.com. And by Sembauer Mikesel for all your plumbing, heating, and air conditioning needs. Call Sembauer Mikesel. And with the chill in the air tonight, remember it's that time of year to get those furnaces cleaned and checked before the cold season really settles in. Call Sembauer Mikesel at 241-0195. Again, the Indians in action Friday night to take on the Cavaliers at Davis Field in Vandergrift. Those are the Kiski area Cavaliers. And the Indians back in action at home 2 weeks from tonight, senior night, to take on the Woodland Hills Wolverines. Once again, your final score from Uhas McGinley Stadium on homecoming 2010. Penn Hills Indians 41. The Fox Chapel Foxes 17. I'm Bill Navari. Thank you for watching Penn Hills Indians football on Comcast.